as we got Landon Brooks and Trey Starks from the front row. Will we see another surprise winner? Could it happen here on night one of the Sage Fruit Skagit Nationals? Kasey Kahne and Justin Sanders in row 2, Brent Marks, Shane Golobic in row 3. Skagit Speedway, we got them racked, we got them stacked. Let's go racing off of turn number 4. We are green.
Excellent start for Brooks on the bottom, but momentum belongs to Trey Starks on the high side. Starks, high groove, 3 and 4. Lap number 1, it's Starks, Brooks, and for third, give it to Sanders on the opening lap.
Trey Starks leads lap 1, 29 to go. Landon Brooks around the outside, running in that second position. The 2X of Justin Sanders quickly into third, and now looking underneath the 45 car to turns 3 and 4. Sanders slides up racetrack, maintains the third spot. Kasey Kahne is in fourth, and Brent Marks currently runs in fifth.
Top 5 using a good high-low mix in and through as Sanders is going to take to the top side. Going into 3, Marks down low, trying to get underneath Kahne, battling all throughout the field here early on.
Brent Marks looking good now underneath of Kasey Kahne for the 4th position. Cannot make the pass, but the 19 car appears to be very stout right on the inside of the racetrack as it goes side by side for 4th off the corner. Shane Golobic is there as well. He's right outside the top 5 in P6.
Yeah, keep your eyes peeled. Golobic finding momentum in and behind. Kahne way up on the top, putting the right rear on the cushion, finding acceleration, especially off the top of turn number 4, although by a nose, Marks this time by has it.
Brent Marks into the 4th position. Kasey Kahne slips back to 5th. Behind those guys, Brad Sweet just made a pass on Justin Peck. Moved Brad Sweet up to 7th. Sweet has got that number 49 car right around the inside hub and coming after the 17W. Shane Golobic down the front straightaway.
And there goes Golobic splitting underneath of Kasey. Kasey kind of getting caught out in the muddled middle there. Golobic will go underneath him, escapes to the cushion coming off of 4 with Sweet showing his nose underneath the boss going into turn number 1.
Trey Starks now enters lap traffic. Eric Fisher and the 95 of Colton Heath right in front of him. Justin Sanders to the inside of Landon Brooks. Sanders has got the 2nd spot down the front straightaway. Justin Sanders is 2nd as Trey Starks tries to make its way through traffic. Sanders to the back bumper down the back straightaway. This is about to get good in traffic, Caleb.
Hot pursuit for Sanders as Starks going to have to find a faster way around slower traffic, looking to split the difference between Heath and the 26 of Fisher. He's going to do it through 1 and 2. Big move by Starks.
Trey Starks with a bang-bang maneuver right there to get between 2 cars. Now Sanders, close call right there to get by Eric Fisher. But Justin Sanders now makes no lap cars between your top 2 drivers. Shane Golobic is on the move. He gets by Brent Marks and now looking at the 45 and Landon Brooks for 3rd into turn 3.
He's going to the bottom of the racetrack, pursuing Brooks, who's actually closing back in on Sanders right in front of him. They work their way into 1 and 2. It's Golobic for 3rd. Give it to him by a nose down the back straightaway.
Sugar Shane looking good here early on in this main event, just past the 1/3 mark of this race. Golobic up to the 3rd spot across the line. Justin Sanders trying to catch up to Trey Starks. Starks peels off the cushion off of turn number 2, trying to find a way by Jamie Veal. Now he goes to the bottom, leaves the top lane open for Sanders, but Starks makes the pass on Veal.
He's pretty adept at changing lines when he needs to. Starks equally good on the top of the bottom here around Skagit Speedway, and now adding a little bit of pad as Sanders going to throw the big move on Veal, who's awfully tight up with the cushion and causing some chaos behind him.
Close call there for Veal, nearly crashed right in front of the 3rd place car of Shane Golobic. Down the back straightaway, Trey Starks tries to work to the outside of Greg Hamilton. That puts the 2X of Sanders to the bottom. Starks clears Hamilton down the front straightaway. A lap car between your 1st and 2nd place drivers right now.
Man, the car attitude on Justin Sanders looks really good. This is a vintage Sanders-esque performance in trying to run down Starks down the front straightaway. Starks holding it. Sanders, too, as we look a little bit behind. Sweet and Marks battling for position into turn number 2.
Brad Sweet's got the 5th spot right there as here comes Sanders. Slider for the lead, but Starks maintains the top spot just past the halfway mark. And now Starks knows that there's cars right on his back bumper. Sanders to the inside down the back straightaway. Race for the lead. They nearly got together in turn 3, Caleb.
That denial is the card played by Trey Starks as they come through the corner, barely ahead of him as they've distanced themselves from 3rd and on back. The battle for the lead is on. Starks and Sanders hauling the mail into turn number 3.
Starks got that 1st national win just last night. Sanders been trying for so long, so many runner-up finishes, so many bridesmaids appearances. Here he comes to the inside for the race lead. Caution, big wreck in turn 3. We got 3 cars involved. Kasey Kahne, it was Robbie Price, he pulled away, and Tyler Courtney as well in turn 4, just as it was getting good up front.
Oh, I'll correct you. It was good up front. It was not just getting there.
It was getting better. That's what I should have said.
11 laps to go. Everybody's going to get a chance to go, whew. for a second as Trey, Starks,
I
and
think
Justin Sanders.
I think Golobic's got a chance here.
Agreed. He's looked really good also.
Wow.
Down there, I know a number of runner-up finishes for him when he was so close at places like Chico, Placerville, etc. He has been right there, as I can hear Tony fired up and live down in the work area once again.
Guys, they're almost done getting this new nose wing mounted on, but as you know, past halfway, there is no guaranteed time in the work area. We have reached that point. So once Mike Hess gives the word that this field is lined back up and in the correct order, ready to refire, they will turn the lights out. And if Kahne is not away in time, he will not be released from the rod end supply work area. They're putting the last few tightening the last few nuts and bolts on that nose wing, but they're not done yet. They run back to the mule for the 9. He is not ready to leave the rod end supply work area just yet.
Well, the lights are going out this time by. Casey Kahne appears to be trapped in the work area with what will be 11 laps to go here to finish this thing off. Starks, Sanders, Golobic, Brooks, Marks, Peck, Sweet, Abreu, McFadden, and Day. So Cory Day from 18th to 10th now. We're coming back to the restart zone in turn number 4. Who's going to win this one on night 1 of the Sage Fruit Skagit Nationals? We're back to green.
It's an excellent restart for Starks, getting a little bit of breathing room as he'll come through 1 and 2, but Sanders gonna soak that up in a hurry with Golobic going to the bottom. They almost touch tires in 3.
Golobic turns up the heat on Sanders to the inside, takes the second spot across the line. Shane Golobic up to 2nd, bumps Sanders back to 3rd, Marks to 4th as he gets by Landon Brooks. And now Golobic begins his pursuit of your race leader, Trey Starks, in turns 3 and 4.
What a technician Shane Golobic is as he's worked his way up to 2nd. His previous appearance here at Dirt Cup was miserable this year. He's looking to make up for it here with the Kubota High Limit Racing Series as he rolls in on the back of Starks with 8 to go.
Shane Golobic, that time by, was just a tick faster than Starks across the line. A 10th better was a 17W. Here comes Sugar down the back straightaway. 2 car lengths separate the top 2. Sanders really not that far behind as well. Battle for the race lead down the front straightaway. Starks runs the middle in 1 and 2. Golobic down low. Starks gets to the cushion on exit, but Shane Golobic stayed right with him down the back straightaway.
It's weird. Trey almost needs to pick a line as he's not low enough on the racetrack to be considered low and not getting the benefits of having the right rear all the way up in the cushion. Lights come on and we got one around.
It's Landon Brooks. Landon Brooks, unfortunately, looks like he got up and over. The red flag is out. He was running 6th at the time, and what was a great run going for the driver to Yuba City, California is going to end in heartbreak as he gets up and over, collecting Tyler Courtney as well. Sounds like we are hearing that Tyler Courtney potentially spinning to avoid crashing into the side of the 45 for Landon Brooks. We did see that happen earlier on this West Coast swing when Kyle Larson was actually trying to avoid an incident at Tulsa's Thunderbolt Raceway. So we'll see if officials do deem that the same case and give Tyler Courtney his spot back. He was running 18th at the time. Brooks, as we mentioned, was in the 6th position. Getting a look at some of the damage right there on the Shannon Wheatley 45 car. Sounds like Landon Brooks is out of the car in turn number 3. So Landon Brooks out of the car in turn number 3. You can see him standing right there by the Kubota High Limit Racing push vehicle there. So that's good to hear that Landon Brooks is all right. The car, on the other hand, not so much. Here is a Flow Racing replay. Brooks is racing with Brad Sweet down the backstretch, and that's a oh, and when? How is Sweet's car even moving still? And you could, man, oh man, here's a good angle of it, Caleb. Ooh. How is Sweet's car even still rolling?
Well, I got to wonder about the front suspension on the Sweet car, as violent as that was and as up in the air as he got. So Sweet, the 49, off in turn number 1, just hanging out, left alone to his thoughts the moment.
Says Tony Laporta. I do see him standing down there with Landon Brooks. Tony, you got anything for us?
There we go. Sorry about that, guys. I forgot how to turn on a microphone. Landon Brooks, first of all, are you okay?
Yeah, I'm all right.
What happened?
I don't really know. I was going to run the bottom, and then all of a sudden, Brad Sweet or whoever it was there, and just drove through the side of us and destroyed us.
What does this do to your guys' big weekend here at Skagit?
We don't have very much help, so it just adds a lot of work for us. And we had a good night going for points, and hopefully it doesn't bury us too bad, and hopefully we can get our stuff put back together.
Paul McMahon here ready to take Landon back to the work area. So he was up and out of that car, guys. I didn't see that accident initially off the replay on the back stretch big board. That was quite a ride that Landon took. Chase, they are coming in. Ty Wolfgang and Eric Pretzman got one more look at that thing as it came by, and they have made the call to grab a new right rear tire. They are coming out. They're setting up right in the main alley here of the rod end splay work area that the infield has become. They are.
It is a little low.
Yeah, they're very aware that it's low. They just don't know if Brad agrees with them on how low it is. They are ready to make the change down here. We're just not sure if their driver is as well.
Well, it doesn't look like it, Tony, because we're coming back to green. We'll see how long it lasts on the Napa Auto Parts, number 49 for Brad Sweet. Running in 6th, his closest championship rival is Tyler Courtney back in 18th right now. Trey Starks, Shane Golobic, Justin Sanders. What a top 3 as we come back to green.
And it's a single file restart as we come back to green. Gigantic benefit from Starks as he is going to drive away from Golobic, at least for right now on the restart. He's coming to 5 to go for Starks, Golobic, and Sanders.
Starks likes the bottom in turns 3 and 4. Run the bottom as well in 1 and 2. Golobic does the same. Sanders, the first car to break out of line, runs the top of the racetrack in turns 1 and 2, trying to build momentum and catch up to the number 17 W. Shane Golobic. Looks like it's working off at turn 4.
Nice run up top for Sanders as he's looking to close distance on Golobic, who is losing ground to Starks as they get in through the corner. Rolling their way to 3 to go. The battle on the track is for second right now. Sanders' momentum winding up into turn number 1.
Justin Sanders trying to have a great start to the weekend here at the Skagit Nationals as Trey Starks come by, this time by 2 laps to go for Trey Starks in the 55X.
Starks looking to go back-to-back with the Kubota High Limit Racing Series as they roll in and through. Chase Rodman, the locals, looking to go 2 for 2 in Washington as we are down to the white flag.
Trey Starks sees the white flag into 1 and 2 for the final time. Last night had never ran a Kubota High Limit Racing feature event. He got the win. He will make it 2 for 2. He's undefeated in the High Limit room. Trey Starks wins night 1 of the Sage Fruit Skagit Nationals. Shane Golobic, Justin Sanders, Brent Marks, and Justin Peck, the top 5. Trey Starks hits another jackpot, and he starts the weekend off on the right foot with another win. 2 in a row. Shane Golobic, great run for him in 2nd. Great run for Sanders in 3rd. Brent Marks, Justin Peck, the top 5. Rico, Abreu, 6th. Cory, day 7th. McFadden keeps the streak alive in 8th. Tanner Thorson, 9th. And Brad Sweet rounds out the top 10. The right rear held on for the 49 car. Parker Price Miller from the B main to 11th. Cory Eliason, 12th. Cole Macedo, 13th. Jason Solwold, 14th. Robbie Price, 15th. Zeb Wise, 16th. Tyler Courtney, 17th. 18th to Dominic Scelzi. 19th, Jamie Veal. 20th to Eric Fisher. And then Craig Hamilton, Colton Heath, Landon Brooks, and Casey Kahne. For the 2nd time in a row, Washington, Trey Starks wins with Kubota High Limit Racing. The confetti is flying, and that is 22 grand in less than 48 hours for the driver of car number 55. He will make his way across the track and over to the podium here at the Skagit Speedway. Wow, he might be getting some phone calls after this weekend for next year. We'll have to see what happens for Trey Starks, but unbelievable debut for this driver with this series, and we cannot say enough good things about the podium as well, with Golobic and Sanders right there as well. High rollers kept off the podium on night 1 of the Skagit Nationals. Tony, will send it downstairs to you as Trey Starks about to make his way your way.
Thanks so much, Chase. They are getting the last finishing touches put on the Victory Lane podium here at the Skagit Speedway. What a unique and cool feature of the track here in Alger, Washington. Right here in between the track and the fans in the grandstands. Trey Stark makes the march from his victorious number 55 to the inside, or rather the outside actually, of the Skagit Speedway here, where when he gets to the top of the stairs, he will climb on top of the victory podium and stand in Whiskey Myers Victory Lane once again as your winner. Ladies and gentlemen, as he comes up the stairs, there he is, your winner 2 nights in a row. It's Trey Stark. Trey runs right to the fence line and wants to celebrate with friends and fans and everybody else that's here along the fence at Skagit Speedway for the first night of the Sage Fruit Skagit National. He's your winner, Trey Stark, ladies and gentlemen. Everybody promptly getting up here in their correct podium positions. What is this, a Formula One race? Trey, 2 nights in a row. You show up last night to Elma, your child, 12 days old. We talk about it being a good luck charm, bringing your baby boy to the races. Talk about these 24 hours standing in victory lane, back-to-back nights with Kubota High Limit Racing. How does it feel?
Awesome. I mean, I can't really describe the feeling right now. You know, to win one is one thing. 2 in a row is a whole different thing. We got things rolling our way right now, and our car's really good. I was kept honest there that whole race. You know, I saw Justin was breathing down my neck. Traffic was tough. Shane was really good at the end. It made me really guess on where to go. Another night where the track changed a lot throughout the main. You know, I didn't feel like the bottom was going to be the best all the way around, and I didn't necessarily feel that good down there, but I think we were faster down there, so hats off to the track crew. You know, faster track tonight, but still provided some good racing, and yeah, I can't believe it. It's just, this is an amazing feeling right now.
Your dad, John, told me back in the pit area earlier tonight that when you came back from the Midwest and chasing races on the national stage, I think, what was that, 2020, you moved back to Washington, and he said it was then that you guys decided if we're going to go racing, we're only going to do it for fun. Then he joked and said, winning races makes it even more fun. 2 nights, 2 national wins, back to back, no time to even think about it or make changes. You say that the car's rolling really well, but it's got to be more than that. It's confidence in yourself and your race car.
Yeah, I mean, it's confidence. It's, you know, I'll say it. Starting on the front row with these guys is a big, huge help. You know, these guys are the best in the business. So that being said, when you start on the front row, you got to take advantage of it. And it's good for us. We made some good points. We're learning more and more every time we hit this track. Confidence is really high. Just everything's going right. We're going to try and keep riding this wave until it rides itself out.
Last night, you told Brian Walker and after the checkers that this, last night, was the biggest win of your career. That's considering all-star race wins, Knoxville prelim, A-main event wins. I'm not asking you to rank the 2, but this run, this feeling you have right now, going into a $100,000+ to win race on Saturday night, is there extra pressure considering the success you guys have enjoyed these last 2 nights?
I think that's why we're having success right now, is there's really not that much pressure. You know, we've had relaxed on the racing side for the last 2 weeks. We were able to come back fresh, and I think that's the whole key to it. These guys have been beaten up and down the road for a while, and they're the best in the business, but, you know, our stuff's right now, and we're fresh, and everything's going well.
He's from right here in Washington, ladies and gentlemen. That's your winner, Trey Stark. We're going to get down and check in with Shane Golobic here in the 2nd position. We sure appreciate you guys getting to the podium so promptly and being ready. I don't think you would necessarily say you've had the West Coast swing with Kubota High Limit Racing. You would want a 10th at Placerville and a top 5 at the Gold Cup finale are the bright spots. So how good does this feel to come all the way up from California, race against top-level national competition like the High Rollers, and stand on the podium? What does this do for you guys in your program?
Yeah, it's huge. You know, it's no secret we've been struggling a little bit lately, and especially here. We had a horrific Gold Cup or Dirt Cup here a couple months back, and just no speed, so it kind of made it tough to justify coming up here to race against these guys. Just confidence was a little low, so it feels really good to get this Knox Energy Drink, Matwood Racing, Southern Pacific Farms MV drywall car up on the podium. I thought maybe we'd have a shot there if it stayed green. He didn't really know the bottom was working, and I didn't really know the bottom was the lane to be until that restart, and felt really good. Felt like maybe we'd pressure him, and then the red came out, and I knew his guys were going to kind of tell him where I was at, and then he did a great job covering. So he's got everything going for him right now, new dad and everything, so congrats to them 2 nights in a row. It's really cool, but yeah, it just feels really good to get this 17W rolling again. We went through a stretch there in the middle of the year where it was about as bad as we've ever been, so it feels really good to show speed tonight, and hopefully we can continue it on tomorrow.
That's Shane Golobic coming home in the 2nd position for Matwood Racing. And Justin Sanders, I feel like the same sentiment could kind of be echoed for you as we just talked about with Shane. Probably not the West Coast swing with Kubota High Limit Racing that you guys really planned for or really expected, but a 3rd place finish here against a very stacked national and regional field of drivers. Does it feel good? Does it help put you in the right direction? And more importantly, what do you take from tonight to continue to build over the rest of the weekend, chasing 100,000+?
Well, I think we did everything right tonight except for, man, I just cannot figure out these restarts. I don't know what it is. Last night, you know, at Douglas, tonight, just cannot figure out these restarts. I got to figure out something. I don't know if it's changing my angles, my feet work, or what I'm doing entering the next corner, but whatever I got to do there, I got to figure it out. I think, you know, if that yellow don't come out, I think I had a good shot to win, you know. I was really good in, you know, long green runs. I feel like I was getting better and better. I could kind of run top, bottom, middle, and I think I got Trey searching, and he, I don't think he really know where to be, and I could kind of do everything. I could kind of diamond in the middle and hit the bottom and run the top and make speed. Just restarts, gave that one up to Shane, and then I'm trying to pound the wall down after that, just getting frustrated. So gotta fix my composure when I get passed on a restart and not get so frustrated. But man, it's just frustrating when you're this close 3 times on this swing. And well, actually, this is about my 6th or 7th time being this close, and it's just frustrating when you can't get it done. But thanks to Demo Mitri, my fiance Brooke, Max, Hunter, all our sponsors, Farmers Brewing Company, and North County Plastering, Yuba Sutter Aviation, at Factory Cane, Walker Performance Filtration, High Performance Lubricants, Smith Tie, TI-64, just everybody that helps us out. Like I said, I'm just kind of bummed out. I know it was a good night, good points tonight, got to do it again tomorrow, but man, it's just, I just want to get one of these.
That's Justin Sanders. He is certainly hungry after a 3rd place finish here on night number 1 of the Sage Fruit Skagit Nationals. Ladies and gentlemen, your top 3 can hear you. Justin Sanders in 3rd, Shane Golobic in 2nd, and your winner for the 2nd night in a row, that's Trey Starks.